Behind those soulful eyes, those quiet sighs, and sudden shifts in behavior could be a silent cry for help. Dogs are masters at hiding pain, often covering it up with wagging tails and bursts of energy. But beneath the surface, something serious could be going on. If you know what to look for, their body is constantly sending messages. The problem, most owners miss the warning signs until it's too late. In this video, we're revealing 9 critical signs your dog may be desperately trying to show you, because when they can't speak, they're counting on you to listen. And it all begins with one of the most overlooked signs of all. Sign number 1, they constantly lick their paws or scratch. If your dog is endlessly licking their paws or scratching non-stop, it's not just a habit, it's a red flag. This behavior often signals discomfort caused by fleas, allergies, or skin conditions. Fleas, especially common in warm or humid areas, are tiny but relentless parasites that can trigger allergic reactions, infections, or even anemia. And you might not even spot them right away. You might not see them. Your dog's obsessive licking or scratching could be the only clue. Ticks are another culprit, attaching silently and causing irritation over time. Look for redness, bumps, or hair loss. And don't ignore these signs. Before trying home remedies, rule out parasites first. Your dog's discomfort won't disappear on its own, and early intervention can prevent a minor problem from turning into a major health issue. If this reminded you of your own pup at home, tap like to let others know just how important it is to pay attention to the little things. Sign number 2, they limp or suddenly struggle to walk. Dogs can go from zoomies to limping in seconds, and when they do, it's a clear red flag. A sudden limp often points to a specific injury, whether it's a twisted joint, a sprain from a jump, or even something as small as a thorn stuck in the paw. Unlike general stiffness, limping is usually more abrupt and focused on one leg. If your dog is favoring a paw, hobbling, or skipping steps, it's their way of saying, "This hurts." Even if it looks minor, underlying issues like ligament tears or fractures might be at play. Always inspect the paw for obvious signs like swelling or debris, but don't assume it'll heal on its own. A vet can determine whether it's a soft tissue injury or something more serious, and catching it early can prevent long-term damage. Sign number 3, they destroy your belongings. When your dog chews up shoes, tears cushions, or shreds books, it might seem like they're just being naughty. But more often, it's a hidden cry for help. Destructive behavior often signals stress, boredom, loneliness, or anxiety, and sometimes even hidden health issues. Since they can't tell you what's wrong, they show it. Notice when it happens. After you leave, during quiet days, or following a big change. These patterns reveal what your dog is struggling with. One dog owner shared a story of coming home every day to a living room that looked like a tornado had passed through, pillows shredded, shoes torn to bits. After working with a trainer, they realized their dog was experiencing separation anxiety. By adding puzzle toys, calming routines, and gradually increasing the time apart, the destruction stopped and their dog became noticeably more relaxed. Remember, chewing is natural, but destructive chewing is often emotional. Instead of punishment, try offering mental stimulation, interactive toys, or calming music when you're away. Sign number 4, they have a persistent cough or breathe with difficulty. If your dog starts coughing frequently or shows signs of labored breathing, don't take it lightly. What seems like a harmless dry cough could actually signal more serious conditions like bronchitis, pneumonia, or even heart disease. Even minor coughing shouldn't be overlooked, especially if it's accompanied by fever, vomiting, or unusual tiredness, clear signs their body is under stress. More worrying still is when breathing issues happen at rest, not just after exercise. Wheezing, heavy panting, or shortness of breath could indicate asthma, heart problems, or fluid in the lungs. While some dogs might experience occasional asthma-like episodes, if one lasts longer than 10 minutes or happens more than once a week, it's a major red flag. In any case, if your dog's breathing looks strained or abnormal, don't guess. Get them checked by a vet right away. Sign number 5. They change their eating or drinking habits. You know your dog's routine better than anyone. The excited spin before dinner, the familiar slurping at the water bowl. That's why even small changes in these habits can signal that something's wrong. If your dog suddenly stops eating or drinking, it could mean pain in the mouth, like a cracked tooth, gum disease, or throat irritation. Even their favorite treats might feel unbearable. On the other hand, if they're eating normally but losing weight, it might point to underlying issues like diabetes, thyroid problems, or even certain cancers. Upset stomach after meals, vomiting, diarrhea, or bloating could suggest they've eaten something harmful. And sudden weight gain without changes in diet or exercise might indicate fluid retention, hormonal imbalance, or a metabolic disorder. Noticing these patterns early gives you a powerful advantage. Behind every missed meal or odd craving, your dog could be sending a quiet plea for help. Sign number 6. They walk stiffly or move with extreme caution. If your dog suddenly starts moving more slowly or with a stiff, hesitant gait, don't just chalk it up to old age. While arthritis is a frequent issue in senior dogs, it's not the only possibility. Conditions like hip dysplasia, spinal problems, or even a minor injury could also be causing discomfort. And because dogs instinctively hide discomfort, these small signs might be the only clues you get. Paying attention to these early clues is crucial, because while your dog can't tell you what's wrong, they're quietly hoping you'll notice. A single like can help more dog lovers recognize these subtle signs. Let's raise awareness together. Sign number 7. They hide or growl when guests are around. When a normally friendly dog suddenly hides or growls at visitors, it's not always about fear or bad manners. Dogs often retreat or become defensive when they're in pain or feeling unwell. Hiding is a natural instinct to protect themselves, while growling can be a gentle warning. Please don't touch me. These changes in behavior are often accompanied by physical signs. Watch for excessive drooling, warm body temperature, heavy panting, or even a lack of interest in drinking water. Some dogs may start urinating indoors or show signs of straining, which could indicate discomfort or an underlying health issue. These subtle shifts are more than just mood swings. They're often your dog's quiet way of asking for help. Sign number 8. They whimper, whine, or tremble. When your dog starts to whimper, whine, or tremble, it's usually their way of showing they're in pain, scared, or anxious. How much they vocalize often depends on their breed and personality. For example, Labradors and German Shepherds tend to be more vocal, while some smaller breeds like Chihuahuas might stay silent until things get serious. That's why it's important to pay close attention to even subtle signs. If you notice whining or trembling without an obvious cause, start by checking their body. Look for limping, swelling, or sensitive areas. Even a small thorn in the paw or food stuck between their teeth can cause significant discomfort. Don't forget the less obvious spots: ears, eyes, mouth, and even the base of the tail. Issues like infections, constipation, or blocked glands can all trigger these behaviors. But not all whining is about physical pain. Dogs may tremble due to cold, anxiety, aging, or even boredom. Sudden changes in routine, loud noises, or reduced mobility can all trigger these responses. The key is knowing your dog's normal behavior so you can spot when something's off. Sign number 9. They bark suddenly or far more than usual. Barking is normal for dogs, but when it suddenly becomes more frequent or intense, it's often more than just noise. It can signal boredom, excitement, fear, frustration, or more importantly, emotional distress. A sudden increase in barking might be your dog's way of reaching out, especially if there's been a recent change in routine, environment, or how much time they're left alone. Dogs experiencing separation anxiety often bark or howl the moment you leave and won't stop until you return. It's their way of coping with the stress of being apart from you. While occasional barking is nothing to worry about, a noticeable shift in how often or urgently your dog barks deserves your attention. It could be their only way of saying, "Something's not right. I need you." If this video helped you understand your dog a little better, please give it a like. It lets us know we're making a difference. And if you think someone else's dog might be trying to say the same things, don't hesitate to share this video with them. You never know whose pup needs help.